Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, just letting you know that this video contains scenes that may not be suitable for people who suffer from epilepsy. Keep this in mind as you watch this video. And now, on with the conspiracies! Welcome back folks, let's replay Deus Ex, and when last we left off we explored Tenochi Road and then went up to the penthouse suite in the Queen's Tower Hotel to speak with Maggie Chow. Only we didn't actually go and speak with Maggie Chow, because it was very clear as soon as we arrived in the penthouse that there was something up. If it wasn't the loud sound of lasers and the fact that there's a lot of suspicious activity going on in the hotel, it would be the fact that there was a security terminal in the meeting room that was linked to the MJ12 net. They really need to work on that subtlety, don't they? The maid opened fire on us when we looked at that security terminal, which makes sense because we were about 5 seconds away from rumbling Maggie Chow. We discovered this MJ12 facility, promptly broke into it, still without speaking to Maggie Chow, and found what she'd stolen, the Dragon's Tooth Sword. Whereupon Tracer Tong, who'd been watching our progress through our info link, informed us that we should bring this sword over to Max Chen at the Lucky Money Club. He may also want to know about the fact that Maggie Chow murdered the previous leader of the Red Arrow. We've seen evidence that says she did. There's nothing more that we can do here, and going down to the area that's currently being renovated doesn't really net us that much. So, it's time to leave. We'll leave the way we arrived. We'll even close this up so that Maggie Chow doesn't suspect. Oh, who am I kidding? She'll certainly suspect that we've been in here. She probably heard all of the gunfire. A rocket exploding isn't that subtle. Fortunately, the doorman all the way down here heard nothing. He may have a few questions as to how he managed to get so heavily injured, but hey! He's not going to ask them. Did you see anything, Ben? What's that? Maggie Chow left shortly after I went up to the penthouse? Interesting. Keep your eyes open. And stay safe. There's nothing more that we can do here. It's time to go through the canal area, back to the Bonchai Market, and head over to the Lucky Money Club. We may end up using a few of our med kits when we're there. You'll see why soon enough. It won't be too difficult to backtrack.
Not advisable for tourists to visit the canals at night.
I still don't know why you're armed with a flamethrower. You really should pick a weapon that's less flamey. Oh, never mind, you're not going to listen to me. We'll make our way back. There's nothing new here that we can go and examine. And we're going to head to the one place in the Bonchai Market that we did not go to previously. Now, I believe the entrance to the Bonchai Market is over here. Yep, right here. This area here leads to the Lucky Money, and not just the Lucky Money, but also VersaLife. This has infinity bypass strength. You're going to need the code. You can look up the code, but we haven't been told it yet, so we're going to ignore that and instead go this way. Through here to the Lucky Money. There's a loading screen. We're in the Bonchai Underground Mall, home of the Lucky Money Club. Pretty much everything is closed here, and there is one guard patrolling, and 3 standing there. Well, 1 sitting, but they're all guarding.
The mall area is perfectly safe.
I can see that. There's a lot of you guarding it.
If you want a good time, I recommend the Lucky Money.
We're going that way.
We patrol this area 24 hours.
Good to hear, Eddie.
If you want a good time, I recommend the Lucky Money.
Now, do you guys have any different dialogue?
If you want a good time, I recommend the Lucky Money.
I don't think you do. You're also called Eddie Way. Are you all called Eddie Way?
If you want a good time, I recommend the Lucky Money.
Yes, I think you are.
If you want a good time, I recommend the Lucky Money.
We have found the Eddie Way quadruplets. They all decided to join the Chinese military, and they were all posted to the same place, because they work as a perfect team. Keep doing what you do, Eddie Way, Eddie Way, Eddie Way, and Eddie Way. You're unparalleled in your cohesion. There is an area here that we can break into if we want to. It takes 2 lockpicks to get through, and I think there is a camera in there. There is a camera in there that will very quickly notice you. You don't want to be noticed by that camera, because these people will attack you. Instead, we're going to the lucky money. We'll need to pay to get in. And there are these 2 people here that we can talk to.
Hey man, where you from?
The States.
We're from Australia.
On vacation?
Let's just wait for Russ.
He's kinda cute. What's your name?
JC. Is this a good club?
Oh, totally. And it's a Red Arrow place? They get everything real cheap. Look, can we ask a big favor?
Sure.
My friend and I, it's so silly. We left our credit cards at the hotel. Think you could get us in?
How much do you need?
Only 20 each. We get in for 20.
Do we want to spend 40 credits to let these 2 people in? Normally I say yes, because 40 credits really isn't that much money. But this JC wants to save his money for weapon mods and awesome ammunition and things, so I'm sorry, we're not letting you in.
Sorry.
Well, cheerio.
What a loser.
Well, guess what? I'm a loser that's going to be getting into the club. And you're not. This person is heavily guarded by someone with a GEP gun. You don't want to pick a fight here.
Leather boots. For you, 25 credits admission.
Sure thing. We have to get in, so we'll pay.
Here you go.
Perfect. I order you to stand in the spotlight and growl at the women like a dog who needs a master.
I don't think I'll be doing that. Instead, I'll just be going to find Max Chan. Okay? Okay. Let's go in. The door's open for us, and there are lots of people that we can talk to. There are people dancing, there are people walking, there are people standing, and there's a bar upstairs. But we must do the most important thing while we're here. Dance, JC, dance! Dance for my amusement! Okay, I think we're done with the dancing. I imagine it doesn't look very good. There's a lot of dialogue that we can hear here as well. Let's speak to you. Hello.
Good evening. Hello there.
Let's see if we can get some information.
Do you know a man named Max Chen?
Of course I know Max, a terrific fellow.
Do you know where I can find him?
In the back room. He runs the whole Red Arrow from here. Hey, you're not with the police, are you?
I'll tell you later.
I never spoke to this person before. I didn't know that he was an actual cutscene dialogue.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Let's compliment the place.
Great place here.
Isn't it? People have the wrong idea about the Triads, you know.
In what way?
They run the economy. The black market prices in clubs like this let people have a good time.
Did you notice that the conversation was perfectly reflected in that mirror there? A nice touch.
Good evening.
Good evening indeed.
You must be American.
Indeed, that's right.
Always find satisfaction at the lucky money.
Will I now?
My personal evaluation? The Filipino girls of the Red Arrow are simply the best.
I think we're just going to focus on finding Max Chan.
Many of my clients are from the Red Arrow.
Are they now?
I've always enjoyed doing business with the Triad.
You have so much dialogue and you could completely miss it.
Always find satisfaction at the lucky money.
What about you?
I'm not your type.
I just want to ask a few questions.
Look, I was here first. Chen told me himself. If there's a job, I get it.
What kind of job?
Just back off. I got fired at the quick stop next door without even a warning, and I need a cash.
Tough luck.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get them back. And I'm log into their computer. It's management, password, code 324. One of Blake's nights. I'm gonna stick it there and trash all their records.
What's a quick stop cashier doing working for the Red Arrow?
And working it.
Interesting information that you can get there.
Hey man, you blocked the view.
The view of the exit? Is it a nice exit?
I like goth chicks. You're getting on my nerves.
You going to open fire on me?
Hey man, you block the view.
No, you're not. Any dialogue here? Let's talk to all of you. In fact, let us party! More dancing! Keep dancing for everyone's amusement. Groove to those funky beats. Okay, that's enough grooving.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Don't you like to dance?
I was just dancing, didn't you see?
Get in the middle. Come on.
Alright, I'll do it again. There we go. More dancing. Because people want you to dance. I can just imagine JC grooving on down here. You might be good at it.
You would look good with bangs.
Would I?
Aren't you hot in that coat?
You know, I've never really thought of that. You might very well be sweating in it.
Yeah, baby.
See? You saw the dancing.
Party! Woohoo!
You have far more dialogue than I thought you would. Something that I'm saying a lot in this game.
This is bitchin' music.
You're certainly enjoying it.
Yeah, baby.
Now let's talk to these two.
I feel silly. You look good. Move your hips a little more. There you go. Like this? That's better.
These two seem to be enjoying dancing with one another. We're not going to disturb them. Instead, we're going to head upstairs and see what's going on at the
I've
bar.
never seen so many troopers. They must be close to a breakthrough.
But which division?
Maybe all of them. Something fundamental. I saw guards in biotech, too.
I think it's just the UC.
They've had that for weeks.
But word has gotten out. Every engineer on the planet,
VersaLife already has the best security in the industry.
even my game programmer friend in Texas offered me 1 million credits for 1 hour on the UC. Wanted to make the game of life with buckyballs. Joking, of course.
The UC, eh? I wonder what that could be.
Stay in the dance area.
But I want to get a drink.
I do not like the way you look.
What, it's the code? It's the code, isn't it?
I will have my eye on you. Follow the rules.
Don't worry, I will.
I will have my eye on you. Follow the rules.
Let's see if we can get more conversation from these two.
I don't like being in the dark.
What do you mean?
Everything's so compartmentalized.
A pain, I know. But all it takes is one leak to the net, and there goes our work into the public domain.
It's more like the way you'd organize a prison camp than a laboratory.
Let's not get melodramatic.
I've spent months making this rotor for sorting calcium ions, and I don't even know what it's for.
Kaczynski was right about the division of labor. I'll give him that much. Want another drink?
Who puts the pieces together?
Someone who makes a lot more money than we do.
There's something going on at VersaLife, that's for sure. There'll be more dialogue for them when we go past. For now, let's talk to these people here.
Oh, sure. I don't mind needles.
Okay?
Toom schmooma.
Something wrong, Vince?
Experiment. I like experiments.
Doesn't sound like you like them.
Gift the science.
What's going on, Vince? You can tell me. We've only just met, but you can tell me.
Nano-augmented transcription. That'll do the trick.
You do sound very upset.
Don't talk, or we'll feed you to the Karkians.
Karkians?
Experiment. I like experiments.
Were you experimented on by VersaLife? May very well have been.
Have another drink?
Don't mind if I do.
As you were saying?
Well, women back home, they aren't like your daughter. I do very much wish to meet her.
You are very handsome. You must have many girlfriends in your country.
Oh, come on. Nah.
Seems like these two are getting on. Though Lawrence here...
You see, my class. Well, in the US, either you have nothing or you have everything. And the women of my class, well, they're spoiled. Whereas your daughter, see, she's the perfect example. Born not with a silver spoon in her mouth, but...
Wooden chopsticks.
Yes, good, that's very good. Exactly. And that's why she understands the important things. Food, shelter, a good life.
That's a very nice watch.
Thank you. So kind of you. A gift from my mother, actually.
I think she wants to take that watch. I think we should watch out for it.
14 karat gold, actually. Not my style at all.
Fine things suit you.
You think so?
You have thin aristocratic wrist.
Oh, stop it. It will go to my head.
You interrupted my pun, Lawrence. I don't like it when people interrupt my puns. Let's speak to the bartender.
Beer is 15. Wine is 120.
That is expensive. What about information?
Can I ask you something?
What do you want to know?
Despite all I've read about the triads, I wasn't prepared to see them operating in the open, on the streets, and wearing uniforms. Doesn't the Chinese government care?
The Chinese leave Hong Kong alone. They barricade the roads to control trade to the mainland, but they know how business is done.
I would think the secret smuggling operations of the triads would disturb the Chinese government.
Maybe the luminous path. But China knows that the red arrow of business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and that they protect the city from outside influences.
That's a lot of information that we can get here. Let's dig deeper.
You said outside influences. What does China fear?
China is the last sovereign country in the world. Authoritarian but willing, unlike UN-governed countries, to give its people the freedom to do what they want.
As long as they don't break the law.
Listen to me. This is real freedom. Freedom to own property, make a profit, make your life. The West, so afraid of strong government, now has no government, only financial power.
Our governments have limited power by design.
Rhetoric? You believe it? Don't you know where these slogans come from?
I give up.
Well-paid researchers. How do you say it? Think tanks? Funded by big businesses. What is that? A think tank?
Hardly as sinister as a dictator, like China's premier.
Privately funded propaganda. The Trilateral Commission in the United States, for instance.
We've heard that "I give up" line before. It's not often that lines of dialogue are repeated, but I think that's an example of one. Let's dig even deeper.
The separation of powers acknowledges the petty ambitions of individuals. That's its strength.
A system organized around the weakest qualities of individuals will produce the same qualities in its leaders.
Perhaps certain qualities are an inseparable part of human nature.
The mark of the educated man is the suppression of these qualities in favor of better ones. The same is true of civilization.
We can ask now for Max Chen.
I'm looking for Max Chen.
Is that so? What has it been?
I think we shall say this, because this is the one that's most likely to get us in.
Maggie Chow sent me.
Oh, the beautiful Miss Maggie. You'll find the door just behind me.
Excellent.
I'll get a drink later.
Okay. I don't think there's any more dialogue we're going to get here. What about here?
I think management is involved in something criminal.
I don't know if you should be saying that.
Really? Why the codes? All the procedures? Why'd the data entry people disappear today? What did the company have them doing?
That's outside your department.
I want to know. What do they do all day and all night down on level 2?
I don't think I can take part in this conversation.
Oh, level 2? Can you tell us some information?
Mind if I ask what you were talking about?
You with the company?
It just sounded interesting. Troops. At a corporation?
Not your affair. Please do not intrude.
Oh, he pretty quickly shut down that conversation.
We're having a private discussion.
That you are. Are you going to tell me anything?
We do not wish to be disturbed.
That you do not.
We do not wish to be disturbed.
Fair enough. Let's go down here and see where this leads. I imagine it brings us... Ooh, it brings us to back here. Now, are we considered, somebody that shouldn't be here by the camera? Let's find out.
I see you in a corner, smoldering, hostile. Everyone will wonder who you are.
Oh?
Go call a Russian sailor a nasty name. I want to see you fight.
I don't think you want to see me fight.
I like a man with a lot of zippers.
Does this coat have a lot of zippers?
I see you in a corner, smoldering, hostile. Everyone will wonder who you are.
One keypad to get in. Do I want to do that? Well, I want to talk to you first.
I do not like the way you look.
I think we've already had that dialogue. Let's see what happens if we bypass this and get in. Money? Money! 200 credits for one multi-tool. I think that's worth it. And they didn't notice that we were stealing from them. Okay, they probably did notice, they just chose to ignore it. I don't think there's anywhere down there that we can go. And so, when we come back, folks, we will go and speak to Max Chen. Ooh, and take this money. 25 credits, it's now ours. Hopefully Max Chen will take the news that we've discovered that Maggie Chow stole the sword and killed the previous Red Arrow leader quite well. Though I doubt that's going to be the case, and while I'm thinking about it, it's time to do that healing that I said I would do. It's going to consume a fair amount of bioelectric energy, but it is definitely worth it. A little bit more. Got to heal up the arms as well. It does consume a lot of energy, but it's worth it so that we can save our medical kits. And then we'll just use a few bioelectric cells, and we're good to go. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.